What's going on?
Nothing. Nothing's going on.
Show me the nails again. Okay, the nails are the same shade as the lipstick.
Yeah, that's the point.
What do you mean that's the point?
That's better. I can't see you there.
Huh?
I don't know. I need to see you there. That's better.
What?
I couldn't see you. I had to keep moving you.
Okay, right. What's the deal with the red lipstick and the red nails?
Well, I've had my nails and my toenails painted to match. And in order to be on trend, you have to have matching lipstick as well. So I thought, I'll try the red lipstick. It's also called power dressing.
Oh, really?
Yeah?
So does that mean I'm on trend then?
Well, because you haven't got any lipstick.
I've got no lipstick. My lips match my nails and my toenails.
Yes.
So I'm on trend. Yes.
Very on trend. Excellent. Yes.
Good
You're
news.
going for au naturel.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
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 But you got a hoodie on today.
It's cold in here today. It's
Is
cold
it?
today. I don't know what's going on with this weather. They never predicted this.
It's weird. It's supposed to be sunny in a couple of days, though. That'll be nice.
Who knows? It'll do what it does. They can. This is one of the biggest lies going, that they can predict the weather. They can't. They predicted we would have one of the hottest, driest Junes on record. We had one of the coldest, wettest Junes on record. They could not have been more wrong about June. July, they didn't tell us anything. You know, I work in a radio station. We get these severe weather warnings come through, and then they go, no, not going to happen. In fact, we got one on Friday, a warning of rain. You look out the window, the sky was almost black. I could have done that without a satellite, without a map. There's nothing. The truth is, they cannot predict the weather. It will do what it's going to do. They can barely tell you what it's going to do. They can look out the window and say, looks like rain. But we can all do that.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it? But
they pretend they got these maps and these charts, and the TV weather makes a meal of it. They need to just fess up and say, you know what, it's going to do what it's going to do.
Well, actually, did you know that there is something they could do about the weather? The first thing is, I can predict the weather because I just listen to the weather report and say it'll be the opposite, and then I've got it right.
Yeah.
I
think with some pine cones and...
Hold on. Lick my finger.
Yeah,
put it in there.
it's about, they're putting satellites in space. They've no idea. Just admit it. Just come clean and just say, it's going to do what it's going to do. Tomorrow could be sunny. Then again, could rain. Why don't they just say that?
Yeah.
We don't really know what it's going to do. And what's it matter anyway?
And it's the unpredictable weather. That's the one. Oh, we weren't predicting hailstorms from hell. It's those ones that don't get. But the Chinese can actually predict the weather because they control the weather. This is what I don't get. Why don't the government...
What?
Well, yeah, because they did
The
this...
Chinese don't control the weather.
Yeah, they do. They do seeding.
Oh, yeah, but that's really difficult, and you need a lot of the chemical, and it's just not worth it.
It would be worth it if we had a proper summer. Imagine if you wanted to...
All the seeding does is more rain.
No, it disperses the clouds so that there's sun. It's like, beautiful sun. So imagine if you wanted to get married, you could just say, right, okay, from May until August, we'll do seeding, which guarantees sun every day. So you have to water your garden.
Rain. I don't know. Anyway.
No, because didn't they do it for the Olympics? The Chinese did the seeding in the clouds for the Olympics, so they knew that they'd have nice weather.
If they could control the weather, why didn't they put some wind in to blow away the bloody smog?
Well, yeah, that is the thought. They could, because you can't control wind, can you? But you can control the clouds by dispersing the clouds, and then you have sun. I think it's a genius idea. For everything that they can do, the least they can do is give us nice weather.
You know what this all boils down to? It boils down to what I've been saying all along. Mm-hmm. Inside is better. Just stay inside. You can control the weather inside. You think, it'd be nice if it was warmer in here. I'll go and turn it up. Mm-hmm. And it's warmer in here.
Yeah. Well,
outdoors is overrated.
I love outdoors. I'd much rather be outdoors than indoors.
Well,
indoors sucks. It's horrible. It smells.
No.
You've got the man smell. You've got the cat smell. You've got the dog smell. You want to open a window. It's
they have a name for people who live outdoors.
Go on.
Homeless.
Well, yeah. Or gypsies.
If the outdoors was so good, we'd all live outdoors. And we don't. Why not? Because indoors is better.
Not better all the time.
Better all the time.
No.
I've never been sunburnt indoors. I've never been frozen to death indoors.
Okay. Are you one of these people that would just grab a jumper, or do you actually turn up the heating? Because that really annoys me when I have boyfriends that say you have to don't turn up the heating because of the bill, to go and put another jumper on. And I'm there in like jumpers and leggings and joggers.
I am a former air conditioning engineer. I like to control my environment. Unfortunately, I have this thing called a wife who says, "Oh, for goodness sake, put a jumper on."
Oh, really? So it's the other way around with you two?
She doesn't get home from work till later today, but I can't have the place too warm because when she walks in, it's worse because she's been outside. She walks in and she goes, "It's boiling in here." So I have to keep the temperature down and wear a jumper so that when she comes home, I don't get told off.
Well done. Well, at least you know you're prepared.
Yeah.
Would you say you're well trained as a husband in husband duties of how to be a good husband? Would you say that over the years she's kind of kicked you into touch, or would you say you were a great husband from day one?
I don't think there is such a thing as a great husband from day one. You see, women treat men a lot like grapes. No, we start out as grapes. Women treat men a lot like wine. Like wine.
Okay.
We start out as grapes, and then they tread on us long enough until we become something they'd like to have dinner with.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
But that's step one, round one, do you reckon?
What do you mean?
Well, you know, they have dinner with you. But then once you've gone past the dinner and you've gone past all the dating and you've got to know each other and you get to the living together.
I don't know. A lot of it happens is covert. Many years after I suddenly work out, hey, those socks I used to have, I haven't seen them for ages. You seen those blue socks? No, I threw those out years ago.
Oh, okay. Sneaky little tactics.
She doesn't believe in premarital socks. And some other items of clothing disappeared. I know. Yeah. So there's stuff going on all the time that's, out of my control that I don't know what's going on. There's stuff going on.
So it's like a work in progress. I guess,
totally.
isn't it?
Oh, yeah. You're a project, basically. You are a project. Well, a work in progress. Yeah.
This is what I don't understand. Okay, so I think you're a project as well, but not you because you've got your wife, but men.
We're the basic model. You are the more advanced model. We're looking for some basic stuff like. We're looking for what's on TV and things like that. And you people, you're out there looking for the meaning of life. You've got the crystals going on and we have very basic needs. You keep asking us, what are you thinking? The answer's nothing. We're not thinking anything. That's why we hate that question. There's nothing, just, do you know what? Nothing.
Is it black though? Like you literally not thinking anything?
Sometimes, yes.
Because I never don't think anything. I've always got a thought. At some points, I've got so many thoughts. I'm thinking, God, is that actually me speaking or is it someone else?
Really?
No, you never have those? Yes. You never get, like, if you're lying in bed going to sleep.
Disconnected.
Yeah, like sometimes I'll have so many thoughts going on. I'm like, okay, well, is this Amy speaking or is this somebody else? Because if it's someone else, I'm screwed and I need to be dragged off to the insane asylum. But if it's Amy speaking, is this normal to have so many thoughts? I never have the black emptiness.
Well, I don't know, but here's right. I woke up in the middle of the night, not last night, night before last. I woke up in the middle of the night having a nightmare. This is a nightmare you would never have, but it really emotionally affected me. I was quite upset by it.
Oh no.
Liverpool's opening game of the season, we were playing some minnow team who'd just been promoted and we got beat 1-0 at Anfield. I mean, no, I'm not making that up. That really happened. And I woke up and it's only a dream. I am really, really concerned about the beginning of the football season, which is next month. And I just don't think we're equipped or prepared or have the players to do it. And it really is stressing me out. That's the kind of things that we get bothered about.
You worry about football?
Yes, but to you, this seems like something minor that we shouldn't be worried. I am really worried. Benteke, is he really the answer? What we signed him for?
But it's not the end of the world, is it? If they lose,
Well,
they lose. They get paid too much money anyway. If they need a bit of losing to kick them into touch, pay them less money so they get their asses in gear and start winning.
see, you don't. See, it's a priorities thing. You don't.
Well, I don't know if it's priorities or if it's solution-based thinking. You know, you have a problem. The problem is they lose. The solution is pay them less money, kick them into touch. They start winning again. They need to earn their money.
I don't know.
Maybe if
I don't-
footballers
well,
earned their money, then they wouldn't. I wouldn't mind them having so much money.
I agree with you on that. I don't think anybody goes to the match to see their team lose. I think when you pay for your ticket, which is ridiculously expensive, it used to cost me 70p to stand on the old cop. Now, do you know I've been for so long? It must be closer to 50 quid than, I think it was about 45 the last time. Anyway, it's a lot of money.
Of course it is. They've got to pay for the players, haven't
Yes.
they?
Now, nobody pays to go and watch this to watch them lose. If they lose, you wasted your money. So, fair's fair. Instead of giving them a win bonus if they win, if they lose, they shouldn't pay them anything. They should not get paid. They're not playing to even a draw, you know? They're not paying for that.
No, I agree. Totally.
I also think a 0-0 draw, because I don't know if you know, but in the Premiership, if you win, you get 3 points. If you lose, you get nothing. And if you draw, you get 1 point. I think if it's a 0-0 draw, that should be the same as losing. Both teams lost. So you should get no points, not one.
Yeah, but you will exactly. What do you get a point for? You haven't won. And also, there should be penalty points if you fall on the ground like a girl and cry like a baby if you haven't done it.
You see, we agree on a lot of stuff. You say that you don't get football, but you see these are the things that make football. Football. It's not just a game. It's the talking about the situation. See, I think you could get it.
I only get into football if I've got a bet placed on who's going to win, and then it's much more interesting.
Okay.
Well,
I
just get annoyed
I have
with
an
the TV.
emotional. Since I don't even know what age I was. I think I was 3, but I could have been 2. I went to my first Liverpool game. My granddad's ashes are on the pitch. It's an emotional connection. So I've got way more on the line than mere money when they play. So but putting money on will give you some idea of what we go through.
Well, then I just get even more annoyed because 9 times out of 10 I bet on the wrong team and then I lose. I don't. To be fair, This only happened.
Now you've lost it because you can't go. I should have supported the other. That's not how it works. It's not how it works.
You don't support the better team. Well, they're the ones that deserve the support because they've played a better game, surely.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. That's not how it works. We were close then. We were
Straight away separated out by miles. I only used to bet on game. I don't bet much, but I only used to bet on game if I had to watch it with my boyfriend because I'd want to be part of that whole connection of being involved in football. Truth is, I don't like it. I find it really boring. And it annoys me when they throw themselves on the floor.
I know.
So much so. And then they're swearing at the ref and all these like, poncy dances.
It is amazing, though, that when I was the boss of 2CR, when you worked there, everybody wanted Liverpool to win. Because no one wanted to work for me the following day.
Oh, I know.
Or the Monday morning. So that was the funniest thing, is that everybody would check the football results hoping Liverpool had won.
We did.
Even people who knew nothing about football.
I know. I used to check it. In fact, I did that at the last radio station. I remember coming in one morning, like creeping and going, "Are you okay?" And you were like, "Yeah, why?" And I said, "Well, because I know Liverpool." And you were like, "Yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm not like that anymore." I was like, "Okay, you did very well."
Thank you.
So going back to the blank, empty space in your head.
Yeah, which there isn't one now. Hey, what?
How often do you get this?
I don't know. Now and again.
Because if someone was to say to me, "What are you thinking?" I'd be thinking about what I've got to do next. I'd be
sure.
At dinner,
but
I'd be thinking
why do women ask the "What are you thinking?" question? What is the correct answer?
But the honest truth. What are you thinking?
Are they hoping that we're thinking about them? Is that it?
Probably, yeah. Or something, if you just sat, it depends. If you're driving the car and there's silence and your wife is sat next to you and you say, "What are you thinking?" You're going to be thinking, you're going to be daydreaming about something.
Yeah. But really, you don't want to know because Julie does not ask me anymore. But when she did ask me, she was always, in 100% of cases, disappointed with the answer.
Oh.
Because the answer would be, it could be anything from, I think the VC-10 was a better looking plane than the Boeing 707.
Oh my God.
No, seriously, it's just stuff. We just think about stuff, and we just think about whether the Porsche 911 Targa has got a nicer back than the C4S. We will just think about stuff like that.
But that's not interesting at all.
I know, so why do you bother asking?
Because
you're never going to like the answer.
I know. I guess we keep asking in the hope that we might get a nice answer.
Yeah, you're not going to get that.
No, we're not. So don't bother answering. No. This is, okay, the whole point that I was getting to was we spend a lot of time training you, but not training you. I don't want to have to train a guy. I'm hoping that the perfect guy will turn up and he'll just know how to treat a lady, and he'll be ambitious, and he'll be hardworking, and he'll want a family, and he'll have a loving family, and he'll love his mum, and everything will be perfect. But the truth is, no matter how much you want that, they can have so many great qualities, but then there are other qualities you just need to tap out, like farting in the bedroom, putting the toilet seat up, only showering once a day.
Wait a second, can I just leaving the toilet seat up?
Mm-hmm.
You don't think that you're leaving it down?
No, it was built to be down.
Was it?
Yeah, because, okay, we both need it down at some point. There's a mutual understanding there.
Yes.
So it's all about compromise. You need it down once, I need it down twice. However, we both need it down once. So let's compromise and leave it down.
Okay.
I think that's quite a fair play.
Okay.
But this is what I don't understand, okay? So all the ex-boyfriends that I've had, at some point they get a new girlfriend. Mm-hmm. And the new girlfriend always hates me. Without a doubt.
Yeah.
I've got a list of haters, she's the ex. Why?
Girls don't have acquaintances. Girls just have more competition.
Well, this is what I don't understand. Why hate me? I have spent God knows how many years training this guy for years.
Ah, right, yeah. You put the work in. Yeah.
You're getting him in a really good state because, trust me, when I had him, he was not that good.
Okay.
But now,
I can see your point there.
He's got a little bit more of an emotional attachment. He understands how to open up a little bit more. He understands how to communicate, because many guys can't communicate.
No, we're pretty bad at that.
Back to the days of sitting around a fire and watching it going out and hunting for food and bringing the food back and then sitting around the fire and providing for the family. That's basically what guys like to do. They're hunters, gatherers. They like to sit in front of the TV, which is the new fire, with their slippers.
Plus we can, if women need to be face to face, men can be side by side. We can go out together and sit next to each other at a football match.
Yeah.
Women have to face each other.
Mm.
And men get on a train together, will sit next to each other. Women will face each other.
Yeah. That's politeness. It's the open communication, isn't it? But these girls should be
constant communication. That's what it is. You can't be quiet. You go in the quiet coach on a train. Quiet coach on a train. Classic environment. Blokes can sit there quietly. Oh, you put one woman can sit there quietly. You put two women together. Hooly dooly.
Oh yeah.
They've got to talk.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's
but they don't actually like each other.
Oh, they wouldn't be on a train if they didn't like each other.
Oh, they would. They're everywhere when they don't like each other.
I just don't understand why these girls hate me so much. They should be thanking me. They should be going, do you know what? You've done a really good job with this one. I've picked him up at a good time.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how to help you. I don't know how to help you. Oh.
Well, this is why I end up not speak. Am I right? For the first time.
No, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, thanks very much. Oh, I don't know what to say now. I'm in shock. You've agreed. No, yeah, it's a bit not understanding. Anyway, I also want to know about your week, because we've had a couple of weeks now of not knowing on what's been going on with you.
Mm. Right, yeah. Well,
what's happening?
Well, the little things are winding me up, as usual. So I fill up with petrol Sunday. Fill up with petrol on Sunday. I go to pay. The girl... Well, I was going to say she... Well, anyway, so I've paid for my petrol. She gives me a little business card with her name written on in pen and a website, and it says, please go on this website and rate the service you have had.
Right.
It's a self-service petrol station.
Mm-hmm.
I drove my car in. Nobody took the keys from me and said, I'll just go and fill it up and bring it back for you in a minute, Mr. Mack. No, I drove it in there. I selected the kind of fuel I would like.
Yeah.
I picked up the nozzle and put it in the car and filled it up and decided how much I was going to buy. I walked across the forecourt into the shop. I took out my card. I put it in the machine. I typed in the PIN number. I told her what pump it was on. She gave me a receipt. How can I rate her giving me a receipt and in any way describe that as service? And how in the world could she have possibly have got that wrong? Now, if she'd have come out and said, hey, sit there now, don't get out let me do this. I'll tell you what, you're looking at the regular though, but the super's better for this kind of car. That would really, it's cleaner, but I could really recommend this. There's nothing going on. Even if she'd wanted to, she couldn't have walked through the shop and said, you know what? We've got these chocolate bars on special. They're very good. Let me just go and get some. Because she's behind a bulletproof screen in the petrol station. Mm. She is there for one reason and one reason only, and that's to stop me driving away without paying.
Yeah.
So am I supposed to commend her because she achieved that? I would like to hope that in that petrol station that they would think I would do that even if she wasn't there, that I wouldn't steal the petrol.
Mm. But did she do it with a smile?
Oh, big deal. Big deal. It's out of control, this rating everything now. It's totally out of control.
I'd say I would rate my guy at the petrol station down the road because in the front page of the newspaper, the petrol station got held up at knife point. Yeah. And it was a guy that went in with a knife, tried to steal all the money. Again, you've got one of these big counters that you can't really jump over the top. So I went in to get my Costa the other day, said to the dopey guy behind the counter, oh my God, are you guys okay? Like I read in the newspaper what happened. And he said, yeah, I was fine. I went, oh, it was you. Like you were the guy serving when the knifeman came in and tried to kill you. And he went, yeah, it was me. He was very chilled out about it. So I said, well, what did you do? He said, well, I told him if he'd knife me, I'd stab him. I went, oh, really? Okay. So like, do you not have like a bulletproof like room to go into where you can shut and bolt the door and lock yourself in? He went, no. I just said I'd tell him I'd stab him. So I said, okay, well, have you had a counselling for this? Are you in shock? And he went, no. I told him I'd stab him. This guy was so calm about the whole thing, went straight over his head, not even bothered. So I said, did the guy leave with money? And he went, no, I told him I'd stab him. He walked out.
Okay, here's the fault with this, right? Yeah. If I wanted to, could take this card and go on the website and rate the service I had, which, to be fair, was pretty minimal. She pretty much did the bare minimum.
Yeah.
This guy put his life on the line. Mm-hmm. There is no way that bloke, that knife attacker, is going to fill in that form and say how great this guy was.
No.
He's not going to be appreciated. Yeah. So the whole system doesn't work at all.
Because for Knife Boy,
yes,
be bad service.
Yes, he's going to actually mark him down on the fact that he threatened to stab him. He's going to lose points for that. He really is.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. But why did you bother walking in anyway? There's just self-service machines. You just put your...
No, this one didn't have the option. No, I like them. I liked the pay at the pump. I like that. No, it didn't have that one. It was up in Letchworth. We'd been out and we were on the way home and I said I would fill up on the way home. It wasn't one I'd been to before. And so...
Where did you go?
We'd been to Henley. on Thames.
Oh, is that where they have the Henley Sevens rugby tour, don't they? Or is it the Henley boat regatta?
Yes. George Harrison used to live there, Henley. His house is still there. His family still live there, as far as I know. Yeah, it's lovely. It's lovely. There's a branch of a shop down there, and they need some stuff picking up. And I said, well, let's go take the new Porsche. But I parked right outside the store illegally, and a cop came while we were picking the stuff up. So I had to get the first thing. It was a stupid big clock. Put that in the front. Shut the boot, which is at the front. So it's a bonnet or a front boot's a fruit. Shut that. Get in and whiz off around the road, go around the block and come back after the cop had gone. So it was quite exciting when you think about it. We were just picking some stuff up where I was outrunning the cops.
Oh.
Yeah.
You could have put a sign on saying loading. Because if you're loading, they'll leave you alone.
Yeah, but I'd actually parked fully on the pavement.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not like 2 wheels. No, 4 wheels.
Driven up onto the pavement.
Yeah.
Bugger the pedestrian.
It's a damn Porsche.
Oh, so it's nice in Henley then.
Yeah, it's lovely. Except it was pouring down.
This is why you need the Chinese seating. You wouldn't have this issue.
I don't know. And we went in this. We went to get something for lunch, and we went in this first pub, which was posh. And like the main courses were like 20 quid each. That wasn't a problem, but hey, we're having a day out. But they didn't have the proper veggie option for Julie, so she picked something that was near enough. And then they came over and they went, you know what? You know, it said on there that it was, what was it? It said on there it was like a cheese tart or something. Actually, that's a mistake. It's actually ham. Is that okay? Julie's like, no. So I said, hey, doesn't matter. We'll go. So we paid for the 2 Cokes we'd had and left. And I thought, two glasses of Coke, 2 half pints of Coke. I thought, well, a $5's going to do it with a bit of a tip as well, even though they've been rubbish. Oh, no, the bill came $5.50.
You're kidding?
No.
For 2 half Cokes?
Yes.
Oh, that's crazy.
So anyway, we ended up in the Weatherspoons across the road. And we had 2 meals and 2 pints of Coke for 19 quid. So I realised that maybe I'm the Weatherspoons person, but then I looked around in Weatherspoons pubs on a Sunday lunch. It's old people.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That surprises me.
Old people.
I thought it'd be the youngsters.
No, old people.
Oh,
So
but they go to Toby Carvery.
Yeah, I know. Why weren't they there? I was having fish and chips. I was fine. Fish and chips in a pub, fine. No, why weren't they? I almost said, shouldn't you be at the Toby Carvery?